hit the go live button and let's do this thing. All right, what's going on, everybody? You know what time it is. Final football game of the season. As you can see, I'm inside State Farm Stadium, the site of Super Bowl 57. Really, obviously, as you can see, some stuff up back there. So, yeah, that place is going to be rocking on Sunday. But anyways, we're going to do my pick for the Super Bowl. Am I streaming it? Most likely not. I thought about it. I'm not streaming the Super Bowl. I'm just going to sit back and relax and enjoy the game. I know people are like, oh, crazy dog, you could stream it, man. What the heck? Probably could. I might actually. Well, I'm still kind of on the fence. Essentially, what I'm going to say is if the stream is scheduled, I'm streaming it. If not, then obviously I'm not streaming it. So just keep an eye out for to see if the stream gets scheduled or not. So, anyways, let's get right into it. We're gonna go through the schedule and everything and see how these two teams got here real quick, and then I'm gonna get to the Bovada, betting odds, and then we're gonna talk about who I think will win this game. Because if I just went for the pick, this stream would be 5 minutes long, and that ain't no fun. I gotta draw it out as quickly as possible for them dollars, though. Even though I'm making like no money on these kind of streams, but it don't matter to me. The money's not even, these things aren't even monetized. But anyways, we're gonna start off with the representative from the AFC, the Kansas City Chiefs. So their preseason, they went 2-1, like it really matters, right? Regular season actually started off in Arizona, mind you, against the Cardinals. So they're going back. It's funny though. Isn't that funny? Their season started in Arizona with a 44-21 dub over the Cards, and it's going to end in Arizona. How crazy is that? How many times have we seen that? Where a team's season begins and ends in the same stadium. That's actually crazy. Now, looking at their schedule and how their season went, started off 2-0, beat the crap out of the Cards. They escape the Chargers at home. They go on the road and lose to the Colts. That was a choke job too, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, too. That was back before Reich got fired, of course. And then they went on another 2-game winning streak, beat the Bucks 41-31, escaped the Raiders 30-29. I think wasn't that the game where they literally could have lost that game, but the Raiders kind of sold. That was a Thursday nighter, I believe. Then they lose to the Bills 24-20. And from that point on, they just turned up. They won 5 straight, including 10 of their last 11 games to end the season. The one loss came to the Bungles. Yeah. The Niners, the Titans, the Jags, the Chargers, the Rams, the Broncos, the Texans, the Seahawks, the Broncos again, and the Raiders. Pretty impressive, if you ask me. Very impressive. That just goes to show you how good that damn team is, man. I don't know. Is anyone gonna be able to uproot these guys? Upstage them, take over the West? Sean Payton? Huh? Are you gonna do it with Denver now? Because I mean, at this point, it's like every year we've pretty much penciled in Kansas City to be the winner of the AFC West. I want to see a new team do it this next year. It'd be nice to actually have an AFC title game that's not in Arrowhead for once. You know, it's been like that every year since Brady. Remember, because there was a time when it seemed like every year it was in Foxborough. Now it's every year it's in Arrowhead. We'll see if the Chiefs can finish the job this year, though. Playoffs came around. Had that first round bye, which came up pretty handy for them. And their 2 wins in the postseason were actually very close. They escaped the Jaguars 27-20, and then they literally escaped against the Bengals 23-20. So, yeah, you notice a theme. They've allowed 20 points in their first 2 playoff games. Impressive. But yeah, they've some trouble. They look kind of, human. They don't look like that juggernaut that everyone always knows and loves. Like they can be beaten. They've just gotten insanely lucky. And sometimes it's always better to be lucky than good. And they're both. Very hard to beat a team when they're both lucky and good. Yep. Very hard to beat them. And it was awesome to see Bengals fans crying on the timeline on Twitter, talking about refs. That's interesting. You know, oh well, it is what it is. So, this should be a fun team to watch. I'm really going to be seeing how the Eagle defense does against Pat Mahomes. We'll see if Pat Mahomes is 100%. I'm sure he'll say he is, but is he really 100%? We'll see. I mean, he's had now 2 weeks essentially to heal up. Now let's talk about their opponent, the Philadelphia Eagles. And my God, what a start to the season these guys had. They didn't lose until they lost to the Commanders. What was it? 10? Week 9. Week 9. Hang on. Week 9. They did not lose until week 9. Now, early on, you know, they beat the Lions by 3 points. Then they smacked the Vikings, smacked the Commanders, beat the Jags by 8. Okay. They beat the Cardinals on the road. You beat the Cowboys 26-17 at home. You whoop up on the Steelers. You beat the lowly Texans by 12. Then you lose to the Commanders. And honestly, they could have won that game, but Taylor Heineke caught him slipping just a little bit with that slick move that he pulled. And he gave up, and the defender did not relent, and he went and hit him while Heineke was on the ground. So, flag. That was it at that point. That was it. Because I think it would have been fourth down. But he couldn't stop himself. After that game, the Eagles turned up a little bit. Although they barely beat the Colts, that was kind of scary. Then you barely beat the Packers 40-33. Okay. You smack the Titans, you crush the Giants, and then you escape against the Bears by 5. Then you lose 2 straight to the Cowboys and Saints without Jalen Hurts. And then, you beat the Giants again in Jalen Hurts' return. So, fantastic regular season. You go into the postseason, and you've allowed 14 points to the Giants and Niners. 69-14. Nice. It's going to be a fun game to watch. Honestly, I might not stream just so I could sit back and watch the show. But I might have to stream this game. Oh, yeah. Mahomes against Hurts. It's good to see 2 different quarterbacks, Not even in that way, if you know what I'm saying. It's just good to see 2 different kind of style of quarterback. Quarterback with a big ass arm, and a quarterback that can skedaddle around and have you doing circles around yourself. I love it. I love this quarterback matchup. They ain't boring, that's for sure. 2 offenses that can definitely score points. I think the key, though, can the Eagles' defense contain Mahomes and Kelsey? Receivers shouldn't be too much of a worry. You got big play Slay, you got Bradbury, secondary is looking nice. But if your pass rush can get to Mahomes, yeah, you guys are gonna have this game in hand, especially if you force turnovers. Which, as we know, Mahomes ain't immune to turnovers. That's for sure. Now, betting odds for this game is actually very close, like very, very close. Eagles are favored by 1.5. So good stuff. Good stuff. When it comes down to my pick for this Super Bowl, who do I have winning? I think it'll be insanely close. Most likely, it'll come down to the final possession, in my opinion. But damn, do I really want to see Mahomes win another? I believe this would be the third for the Chiefs, right? Let me check. Let me check here. Let me check something real quick here. This is either number 3 or 4 for the Chiefs. Did they win 2 of them when the Super Bowl first started? I know they won one of them with Len Dawson. They won at least one with Len Dawson. I'm pretty sure. I think this is their third. What's going down in that department and ring count pretty much? Because I know the Eagles are going for their second. A lot of these NFC East fans are, they troll them about, oh, you only have one. I mean, with the way that team is built right now, that team is majority homegrown. I saw an image on Twitter, I think it was today or yesterday. Offense is homegrown. And that one player that's not homegrown, it's AJ Brown. Yeah, it's AJ Brown. And the defensive side is kind of, mixed up. Some homegrown, some, guys brought in through. And the one guy that isn't just so happens to be one of the best receivers in the league. So, yeah, okay. A lot of people saw him as. All right, so here's the overall Super Bowl standings. Super Bowl standings. So obviously, when we look at the most games played, Patriots have been to 11. It's true. Bledsoe went to one. They went to the 85. Only NFC East. Giants and Eagles can say they beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. That's impressive. But obviously the Chiefs have been to 4. They're 2-2. Okay. So Mahomes is trying to get number 2. Now, with a win, they would go into essentially 9th. They'd be in a tie with the Commanders and the Raiders with 3 rings. If the Eagles win, because we go to wins now, they would officially graduate from the single ring club. They would leave and they would graduate to the teenager table pretty much. With the Ravens, the Bucks, the Colts, the Chiefs, the Rams, the Dolphins. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's going to take a while for a team to get to the Kings table with the Patriots and Steelers. I mean, for a while there, man, I mean, it seemed like nobody was going to touch the Patriots. But this day and age right now, who knows, man? Although, I mean, if you ask me, I want my team to get inside the club, because right now we're outside the club. We haven't even been there. We ain't even been there. Yeah. Browns, Lions, Texans, and Jags have never been to a bowl. No, what really sucks is we won a championship 3 years before the Super Bowl was established. He retired like right before the Super Bowl was established. Crazy dog. Do you think the Browns could have won one if you went back in time, knowing what you know now, and you tell Jim Brown, these championships are nice, but take it from me. I'm from the future. They're gonna have something called a Super Bowl. They're gonna mean way more than these cruddy trophies that you have. And they're gonna be named. The trophy's gonna be named after Vince Lombardi. You're only 29, Jim. Got a couple more years left in you. How about you try to help us win a Super Bowl, huh? I mean, we haven't really. We've been close. We've been close. I swear. It brings me PTSD. I wasn't alive for the time. My dad always tells me about, oh, yeah, we were not close. We were not close. But never get to one. I'll tell you one thing, like Jim Schwartz said in his introductory press conference, if we win one, our celebration would completely outdo Philly's. You thought Philly was crazy? We would shut down the city for a week. Nobody would leave that damn place. They'd have to kick everybody out. Like, they would literally have to kick everybody out. I don't even think anybody would still leave. It's going to be interesting to see which of the teams that either have never won one or have never been to one. It'll be interesting to see which team wins one first of the ringless group. Vikings, Bills, Bengals, Falcons, Panthers, Chargers, Titans, Cards. Titans, you are that close to winning one. You were that close. 1 yard short. That's agony right there. It'd be like if Ernest Biner fumbled like that in the pain would have been 1,000 times worse if I would have been born, not knowing what happened, and then I get broken the news that, oh yeah, we were in the Super Bowl, we were this close to winning one, but Ernest Biner fumbled at the 1 yard line. That's probably what Titans fans feel right now. Okay, they were that close. They're not close. You had it in your hands, and then, whew, it's gone. Meanwhile, you look and the Rams are celebrating. That's tough. It's tragic, you know. You know the other teams, the Bills have been the 4 straight, didn't win one. They really haven't been that close. I mean, the closest they've gotten really since those days was what, a couple years ago when they went to the title game. Yeah, and they lost. Yeah, that's where the image of Diggs is standing there watching the Chiefs celebrate. That was the closest they've been since those 4 straight, essentially. Vikings, yeah, 38-7. Yee. Bengals, they've been to 3 Super Bowls, lost them all. That's tough. Panthers, Super Bowl 50, I know comes to mind. I think they lost to the Patriots in the first one. They could have won. They could have won both of those too. And the damn Cardinals. They've been around forever. One Super Bowl appearance against the Steelers. You had them beat. You had them beat. Looking like Kurt Warner's going to win a ring again, right? Pretty sure, yeah. He's going to do it. You know? Larry Fitz is going to get one. No, of course not. Of course not. Santonio Holmes happened. Love that guy at Ohio State, but my God, he became a Steeler and I literally watched that and I was like, are you serious? And so many teams have been close to a bowl. The Niners. The Niners could have been at the King's table. In fact, no, they would have been there before the Patriots. 2012? Yeah. Yeah. They could have joined the Steelers at the King's table. They weren't able to get there yet. They've been close a couple times, of course, but haven't been able to get there yet. The Cowboys have been absent from the championship game itself for 20 freaking years. Sooner or later, they'll get there. Giants, we'll see. They got a nice future. Packers, who knows what's going on with Rodgers. Broncos got Russell Wilson. It's going to be a very fun couple years. Just say that. But enough for talking garbage. Let's get to my pick. All right. So, Travis and Mahomes are too much. Yeah, I think so. I'm torn on who's going to win and who I want to win. Both teams have a Kelsey who's 216. That's what I love. You know, I can't really root against the other team because they got a guy who loves Cleveland. I love it. Titans will never be a better ending. I don't think you could have a better ending than that. 1 yard short. It was intense, yeah, but just the look. I can imagine the look on Titans fans' faces when that play ended, and the receiver was that that close. Wow. I'm a Rams fan. If I was a Rams fan, I'd be like that close, 1 yard short. 1 yard that close between you raising that Lombardi and you going out sad. That's tough. But when it comes to this game, this has the potential to be a high scoring game too. But I mean, that Eagles defense is disgusting. It's nasty. It's vicious. If Mahomes ain't ready, he gonna get wrecked. But when it comes down to my pick, NFC East fans are gonna hate me for saying this. I gotta go Eagles. I think their defense is gonna be the key. I trust their defense way more than the Kansas City Chiefs defense. I just don't know if I can trust them. I don't know if I can trust that KC defense and Spagnuolo. I don't know if I can trust him to stop AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Sanders, freaking Goddard. They have weapons over there. And can Mahomes actually function with that pass rush coming after him? Hassan Reddick is back in the place that drafted him. Like, that's got to be crazy for him. Yeah, Mahomes is rested, but so is Hurts. Hurts was really never really touched that much in the last 2 rounds. It's good. I think the biggest key is, can the Chiefs actually put up points? Because, like I said earlier, 69-14. Yep. Picking Eagles is pretty big. You usually don't like The birds much. Nah, the only birds I don't like are the Ravens. I'll tell you one thing, they showed the 30 for 30 on ESPN with the Ravens, and it literally made me sick. It made me sick. Especially because they brought up the move. Talking about Art Modell belongs in the Hall of Fame. No, he don't. That loser idiot don't belong in the Hall of Fame. He don't belong in the Hall of Fame. He don't belong in the same sentence. Horrible, horrible businessman. This is the same douchebag idiot that decided, you know, I know the city's taking care of the stadium. I want to take care of the stadium. And then he didn't even have the money to take care of it. If he didn't take over control of the stadium from the city, I don't know if the team moves. That's really one of the reasons why he moved. He wanted a new stadium, and the city was kind of not hardballing him for it, but yeah, things really weren't going well with that. And I think he didn't like the fact that the Guardians or Indians and the Cavs were getting new arenas and new stadiums. Meanwhile, he's sitting in a freaking dump because he wanted to take over the stadium. I bet you if the city still owned the stadium, if he never took over control of it, like operations, I bet you the Browns might have been involved in the Gateway Project, or at least some form of it. Who knows? Who really knows what would have happened? But yeah, I got to go Eagles over the Chiefs. I think the Eagles are going to get their second, and they're going to graduate to the adolescent table. You know, they're going to go up a level. They're gonna get away from the one ring gang and they're gonna move up to the two, three, to multi ring gang. And knowing how this team is, knowing how good they are, if they can keep their guys around, and if Howie Roseman can continue to do what he does best at drafting and stuff, which, I mean, yeah, they had some good players in the draft, but if he can also supplement that with good free agent acquisitions and make another bomb ass trade like he did with AJ Brown, they might be back. Who knows? It also depends on how the rest of the NFC looks next year, because there's going to be some good teams next year too. But we'll see how things shape up. I don't know. I just get the feeling the Chiefs are going to crap the bed. Yeah. Imagine being Hassan Reddick, though. You were drafted by Arizona. Now you're playing back in Arizona. And you might be in the locker room that you used to go into every day, every Sunday for the first couple years of your career. EDP going to be celebrating on Rumble or some other video service. Yeah. He'll probably post like TikToks and stuff. I don't know. Dude fell off so bad. He fell off hard. I used to actually watch his videos, believe it or not. Yeah. You used to watch EDP's videos? Yeah, I did. He used to be very entertaining. Yep. I used to always go like in video chats with him and a couple other friends of his. It was fun. In fact, that's how I met a Niner fan, JD in Sacktown. I met him on one of EDP's video chat things that he always did on this sus ass website. It wasn't that sus. It was a good website, but yeah. This was back when he still lived with I think his dad. Yeah, those were always interesting. Dynasty. Damn. Dynasty. Eagles franchise. What? You mean Dynasty? Yeah, Dynasty? It could be. If they can keep their core around, and if Jalen Hurts does this for multiple years, or he's playing really well, like that, they could definitely be a dynasty. They got the QB, they got two amazing receivers, got a good tight end, a good offensive line. They are getting older though at some spots. They got replacements for him. It'll be interesting. Hopefully someday soon the Browns will be in the Super Bowl. Don't know how long it'll take. Maybe we never make it. That would suck. You know? But I'm sure we'll make it at some point. I mean, the Cavs exercised all their demons. Imagine the Browns exercise all their demons if they make the playoffs. You know, like you're inside the 10-yard line, one of the final plays of the game. Nick Chubb runs in for a game-winning touchdown. That exercises the Biner demon. Let's say an opponent gets the ball deep in their own territory, and our defense gets a stop. That exercises the Elway demon. I think the Mahomes window is closing. It's not closing, but I mean, you look at a supporting cast, everyone knew it was going to be Kelsey as the main guy. The receivers are kind of mid this year without Hill. I think they're not going anywhere anytime soon. Not going anywhere anytime soon. No. It's just all about can can the other teams make it interesting? Especially the Broncos with Sean Payton and Russ. What are the Raiders going to do next year? You know? What about the Chargers? Can they stop choking? Hard to say. It's going to be a very interesting season next year. Now, he's still very young. Window's not closing yet. Yeah, his team is kind of mid, but his window ain't closing. I've seen quarterbacks carry teams before. Not for long. No, he ain't stopping anytime soon. By the way, Suns winning by 5 with about 5 minutes to go. A Brooklyn loss puts the Cavs a full game in fourth. So that's nice. Yeah, Mahomes did a lot of just, F it Hills down there somewhere. I mean, he did it to us. You remember that? We thought we had him beat in the week 1, 2021. And we thought we had him. All of a sudden, dude just throws it like 50 yards downfield. And oh, look, there's Tyreek Hill. Oh, large half cheese, half sausage. Green eggs are going to make me hungry, bro. You don't know how torturous it was today, dude. I had to get blood work done today, all right? And I literally fasted for 15 hours. Beginning last night at like 11:30. I did not eat again from like 10:30 p.m. last night until like what was it? Freaking 2 2:30 ish today. Yeah. It doesn't seem like long, but yeah, it's a long time to not put anything in your stomach. Yeah. A struggle. Yeah, yeah. Better. They'll add more weapons. But the run game was nice though this year. Checo really showed out. Hardman, he's been injured. Kelsey's been doing all the work. But you see how things go coming up. But the way it's looking, I'm probably going to stream the game. Might even do a food review or something because I'm probably going to have pizza or something, so I'll review it. I'm thinking about getting that big New Yorker from Pizza Hut here. So if I get it and I eat it during the stream, I'll do like a little impromptu food review for you guys or whatever. Big ass pizza. Love it. Yep. But that's gonna wrap it up here, guys. I'll be live tomorrow night for Cavs Pistons. Final game before the trade deadline. We'll see if any trades go down before then. If the Cavs make a trade before the game stream, I will go live or whatever to talk about the trade if any happen. Today we had 2 trades. They were smaller trades. Kessler Edwards goes to the Kings, essentially as like a minor trade, like a very like minor leagueish trade. And what else? Oh yeah, Dwayne Dedmon traded to the Spurs, and he's probably going to get bought out. So, oh yeah, go Suns. Yeah, exactly. D Book balling out. But I'll see you guys tomorrow night for Cavs Pistons, and maybe we'll see a trade or two happen. Get to talk about it. And then on Thursday, of course, I'll be live for the trade deadline. Probably be live from like 1 p.m., maybe like 1:30 ish. I'll be live until probably like 3:30 ish, maybe 3:15. Why are you going live after the deadline's over? Because you might have trades that happen after the deadline. Happens every year. Teams beat the buzzer with trades. They got to go through the league office, get confirmed, and then they get released out there to the people. Because I've noticed it's been awfully light lately. Literally, all Woj has been tweeting about is the Suns' new owner, who, by the way, is a business rival of Dan Gilbert. Yeah, how about that? Dan Gilbert and the Suns' new owner legit hate each other. It's personal. It's legit beef with those two because their companies are rivals. By the way, we're facing the team, the Pistons, that have what is his name? Ishbia. His company is on their jersey. The jersey sponsor. Yeah, so that's got to be weird. Ishbia's company, UWM, is playing. That team is playing in Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, which is owned by Dan Gilbert, the company Rocket Mortgage, which formerly was Quicken Loans. New Yorker pizza from 2 places and compare them live. Yeah, I could. I should do that one of these days. You know, get like a couple places and compare them in a stream or something. I feel like that'd be dope. Does Cincy stay in it? Do the Browns actually get good? Do they? Wow. Metal Crystal on Dragon Ball Z. Yes, sir. Of course. 3-man running back rotation. Yep. But I'll be back tomorrow night unless a trade happens. Chris is like, what if you end the stream and a trade happens right after? Well, I'll be right back here doing a freaking stream for the trade. I got the stream already queued up, ready to go. Just need to wait for something to happen. I don't know if anything's gonna happen though. I'm kind of getting the vibe that the Cavs aren't gonna do anything. Which I've said. I'm not gonna hate it. I'm not gonna get mad. It's just that they just view that this team is good as is. And I just hope that no injuries happen because yeah, that would suck. Yeah. Because I'm telling you, if this Cavs team can stay healthy the entire rest of the season, which is a tough ask, considering how the game is now, this team can be a legit threat. It's going to wrap it up, guys. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night, and I'll see you tomorrow night for Cavs Pistons, final game before the trade deadline. Possibly Karis LeVert, Kevin Love, not Dean Wade. He's not going nowhere. Neither is Chetty or Okoro. Dylan Windler, it could be his final game tomorrow. No, he's not playing, but still, as a Cavalier, final days as a Cavalier, possibly. We'll see. But if I hear anything, air fried wings. Oh, that sounds bomb. But I'll see you guys later. Until then, I'm Crazy Dog, and let's get it. Super Bowl is this Sunday. I'm out. But yeah, I'm picking the Eagles to get their second ring. That's crazy. But they're showing LeBron James doing his little warm up routine, possibly breaking Kareem Abdul Jabbar's scoring record tonight, becoming the all time leading scorer in NBA history. Hey, Crazy Dog, why aren't you streaming that game? Because I don't want to. If he was a Cavalier, you know damn well I'd be streaming it. You're not streaming that game. Hell no. I'll see you guys later. Oh, have a good night, everybody. Kobe season's incoming, baby. Haha. Kobe. I want to be saying Kobe if he makes a trade, but we'll see what Kobe's cooking. If he's cooking anything. By the way, go Suns, of course. Just for this one time. All right, guys. Bye.